Kim Jong-un's secret daughter in a recent state show. South Korea has said that it is analyzing recent North Korean state-run television footage of a girl.
Did you know that the dictator, Kim Jong-un, has a daughter? Kim Ju-ai, the 10-year-old daughter of North Korea's supreme leader Kim Jong-un, leads an extraordinary life far removed from that of typical young girls. Her daily routines involve overseeing nuclear testing and participating in parades, all hinting at her future role as the nation's leader. Despite her tender age, she is being groomed for succession. Why is such intense responsibility placed upon a young girl? Join us as we explore Kim Ju-ai's life as the future leader of North Korea. Kim Ju-ai, secret life exposed. For years, North Korea's secretive state media remained silent on Kim Jong-un's family, especially his children. However, information obtained by South Korea's spy service indicates that Kim Jong-un and his wife have 3 children. The shroud of secrecy surrounding Kim Jong-un's family life was partially lifted in an unexpected way when former NBA star Dennis Rodman revealed relevant information. During his 2013 journey to North Korea, Rodman revealed that he got the opportunity to meet Kim Jong-un's baby daughter Ju-ai during his visit. The NBA star described Kim Jong-un as a good dad while holding their daughter Ju-ai. This disclosure provided a rare peek into the North Korean leader's personal life, shedding light on the composition of his family. It is surprising to discover that the name the ruler's daughter goes by is not her real name, but a moniker. Come along to see her real name. The future leader's real name. Kim Ju-ai, aside from sounding like a good name, means beloved daughter in Korean. However, this lovely name is not her true name, as her name is Kim Yoon-ju. Meanwhile, people adore her so much that they gave her the nickname Kim Ju-ai, which she now goes by everywhere, including in the media. It is a wonder that her father didn't correct everyone and inform them of her genuine name. This is because he also enjoys the nickname. He feels it is incredibly special and doesn't want to ruin the surprise by telling everyone her real name. In essence, Kim Ju-ai's original name is Kim Oh-jun, but everyone refers to her as Kim Ju-ai, which means beloved daughter in Korean, and even though it is not her actual name, her father adores it and refuses to correct anyone. This moniker only goes to show how much people adore and admire Kim Ju-ai. She must be a very remarkable person to have such an awesome nickname. Matter of fact, the media also refers to her as Kim Ju-ai. The Kim family, though mysteriously private, has been spied on and information has been released on them. What has the family been hiding? Hidden family life. According to rumors, Kim Jong-un and his wife have 3 children. One of them is Kim Eun-ju, the middle child, who is 10 years old now. She's popularly referred to as Kim Ju-ai. What is interesting is that despite being a girl and younger than her brother, Kim Jong-un has chosen her to lead the country. In contrast to monarchies, North Korea does not have an automatic succession system. It is based on who the parents believe is best suited for the position. Kim Jong-un sees in his daughter a level of ruthlessness and professionalism that his other children appear to lack. Before this disclosure, little was known about Kim Jong-un's family, except for his wife Ri Sol-ju and daughter Kim Ju-ai. However, the National Intelligence Service in Seoul later reported that Kim had an older kid, a boy born in 2010. While it is proven that the girl next to Kim Jong-un is his second kid, the intelligence agency noted that Ju-ai appears to be bigger and taller than an average 10-year-old. At the mention of a president, everyone would expect wealth. The magnitude of Kim's wealth, however, is unexpected. Her luxury home. Kim Ju-ai and her parents live in ultimate luxury in North Korea, a country where poverty is rampant. Their living conditions go beyond conventional luxury, as they live in Pyongyang's formal presidential palace, but also some luxurious estates throughout the country. Among these houses is a spectacular residence on North Korea's east coast, complete with an assortment of expensive facilities. This seaside house exemplifies the Kim family's unrivaled riches and power. The property includes large houses, a well-kept horse racing track, a gorgeous tennis court, and a magnificent golf course. Satellite imagery provides a view into the grandeur of their surroundings, showcasing finely groomed gardens and well-maintained facilities. At the heart of this beachfront getaway is the Kim family's prized jewel, a magnificent 50-meter luxury yacht. This yacht, the only one of its sort in North Korea, symbolizes their wealth and luxurious lifestyle. Docked in a private harbor close to the estate, the yacht provides the Kims with a level of leisure and enjoyment that is unrivaled in the poor country. Despite this, the opulence does not stop there. The coastal residence also has its private beach, providing the Kims with a unique refuge where they can relax and enjoy the tranquility of the ocean. This quiet stretch of beach offers a rare sanctuary away from the prying eyes of the outer world, allowing the family to enjoy the splendor of their surroundings in utmost seclusion. The affluent lifestyle enjoyed by Kim Jong-un and her family stands in complete contrast to the terrible realities endured by the bulk of North Korea's population. While many residents struggle to meet their necessities, the Kims have more than they need and are surrounded by luxury and extravagance at all times. Aside from being homeschooled, the young lady expectedly has hobbies that she likes to carry out in her leisure time. What are these hobbies? The future monarch's hobbies. During a confidential session of a parliamentary committee, the National Intelligence Service of South Korea reaffirmed its assessment of Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-un's daughter. According to information relayed by lawmaker Yu, the National Intelligence Service, commonly called the NIS, informed committee members that Kim Jong-un is not enrolled in any formal educational institution and is homeschooled in Pyongyang instead. The spy service revealed that Kim Jong-un's interests include horseback riding, skiing, and swimming, indicating a wide range of recreational activities. Furthermore, she likes Russian Orlov trotters, a rare and aristocratic breed imported from Russia. The National Intelligence Service also stated that she has great horseback riding skills, which have been approved by her father. She also visits her father's posh resort, where she can ski in style and comfort. Despite the absence of traditional schooling, the future monarch's educational growth looks to be well supported by homeschooling circumstances. This technique enables specialized instructions and personalized learning experiences, ensuring that she receives a full education irrespective of not attending a typical school. The revelation of her hobbies provides insight into her interests and leisure activities. Horseback riding particularly emerges as a strong love with the NIS, recognizing her outstanding talent in this field. This skill is most likely the result of serious training and a natural aptitude for equestrian hobbies. The NIS further confirms Kim Jong-un's delight with his daughter's impeccable riding skills and emphasizes the importance of familial approbation and support among North Korean leaders. The heir's accomplishments in this area are likely to add to her sense of accomplishment and fulfillment, reinforcing her dedication to her chosen hobbies. Aside from horseback riding, she also participates in skiing and swimming, indicating a well-rounded approach to physical health and recreational activities. In addition to improving physical health, these activities also build a spirit of adventure and exploration that enhances her entire lifestyle and personal growth. The NIS insights on her scholastic and recreational hobbies provide a glimpse into the private lives of North Korea's ruling family. Despite the regime's secrecy, information regarding the heir's interests and activities sheds light on her personality and upbringing. It is already established that Jong-un came into the spotlight when she started attending events with her father. But what type of events in particular? Kim Jong-un's events and appearances. Kim Jong-un's life is nothing short of spectacular, marked not only by its wealth, but also by her frequent public appearances as the daughter of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. She holds an outstanding place in the country's political scene, frequently appearing at high-profile events and military parades. As a symbol of her future rule, her father, Kim Jong-un, has intentionally included her in many propaganda events, portraying her as a possible successor and future leader of the isolated country. One such event was a big military parade in Pyongyang, where the heir and her father took center stage, fueling concerns about her political future. The parade commemorated the 75th anniversary of the creation of North Korea's army and showcased the country's most recent military hardware, including new intercontinental ballistic missiles. Kim Jong-un's decision to highlight his daughter at such an important ceremony demonstrated his desire to prepare her for a leadership role and establish her presence in the public mind. On the other hand, Kim Ju-ae's perceived prominence has been further reinforced by state media, which has described her as respected and beloved. A photo from the event showed her sitting in the seat of honor at a meal, flanked by high-ranking military officers and her parents, confirming her heightened status inside the regime. The perfectly organized parade demonstrated Kim Jong-un's leadership and military capability, highlighting his intention to maintain North Korea's reputation as a nuclear state, despite international sanctions and diplomatic pressure. The appearance of the future monarch with her father at such a watershed moment highlighted her critical role in the regime's leadership succession plans. North Korean official television images captured the grandeur of the event, showing Kim Jong-un arriving at the parade in a limousine with his wife and daughter. Dressed in a black coat and hat, the family received thundering cheers from thousands of military personnel and spectators gathered in Kim Il-sung Square, a historic location named after the nation's founder. As the march progressed, Kim Jong-un proudly linked hands with his daughter, signaling her prominence and placing her in a key role in the regime's power hierarchy. The family's presence on a leather couch, flanked by top officials, demonstrated their status as North Korea's ruling elite. The spectacle continued as thousands of goose-stepping soldiers marched through the area, screaming slogans celebrating the Kim family's history and heritage. A ceremonial cavalry regiment riding white horses symbolizing the dynasty's authority further reinforced Kim Ju-ae's symbolic importance inside the state. The parade culminated with the unveiling of Kim Jong-un's nuclear weapons, a powerful display of military force and defiance against perceived external threats. The heir's presence alongside her father at this watershed moment emphasized her critical role in the regime's leadership succession plans and foreshadowed her future rise to power. The young girl, already diving deep into adulthood, is restricted from being acquainted or friendly with any random person. Kim Ju-ae has little or no friends. Kim Ju-ae follows a tight set of norms, the most notable of which is her limited socks in her social circle. This deliberate restriction serves several critical purposes, including maintaining her steadfast loyalty to the regime, limiting potential security threats, and restricting the spread of any damaging information that could harm the North Korean government or ruling family as the supreme leader's daughter. Her relationships are painstakingly monitored and closely supervised, giving her little room to form acquaintances. Beyond her assigned circle, the complete prohibition of communication with people from other countries is a major feature of this restricted social network. Consistent with North Korea's isolationist posture aimed at minimizing external effects, foreign associations are viewed as potential dangers to stability because they may involve the exchange of sensitive information or exposure to foreign beliefs that contradict the accepted worldview in North Korea. Furthermore, Kim Ju-ae's female associates are closely monitored to avoid the creation of close relationships that could jeopardize her devotion to her father and the government. In addition to these steps, she is required to preserve a sense of mystery and separation from the general public. This deliberate seclusion fosters the idea of the ruling family as enigmatic and unapproachable people, hence strengthening the regime's personality cult. As a result, her limited social interactions not only ensure her compliance with official directives, but also add to the mystique surrounding the Kim family. Although there is a suspicion that the beloved daughter might succeed the ruler, it is still a speculation that isn't backed up by any evidence yet. Preparation as a successor. The NIS released a study that suggests that the future monarch is seen as the most likely successor to Kim Jong-un, North Korea's current leader. This judgment is based on some variables, including the heir's greater attendance at public events, the level of respect she receives, and the public's reaction. However, the analysis emphasizes the presence of multiple variables that could alter this projection, such as Kim Jong-un's apparent youth and lack of severe health difficulties. Despite these factors, a senior South Korean official said that the beloved daughter was a strong candidate to succeed Kim, citing the significance of her first public appearance. South Korea's unification minister Kim Jong-ho reiterated this sentiment, emphasizing that Ju-ai's early involvement in significant public posts shows that she could become North Korea's leader. Given the historical backdrop of North Korean leadership, this theory concerning the future monarch's prospective succession is worth considering. The Kim family has ruled North Korea since 1948 with Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-un's grandfather, acting as the country's first supreme commander. Despite frequent elections in North Korea since 1999, these local elections do not influence the national leadership, which is chosen through legislative procedures. As a result, the Kim family's influence over North Korean politics has endured for generations, with commentators such as James Fretwell emphasizing the patriarchal and Kim-centric structure of North Korean culture. According to Fretwell, it would be unusual for someone outside the Kim family to rise to leadership in such a situation. The debate around Ju-ai's prospective succession has heated up after her first public appearance in November 2022. The beloved daughter, who was supposedly only 10 years old, attracted a lot of attention when she went with her father to see a long-range missile test launch. This event triggered significant conjecture and debate regarding Ju-ai's future involvement in North Korean politics, with watchers closely watching her every public appearance for indications about her political future. Despite the discussion, Jong-un's prospective successor remains highly unknown. The NIS assessment acknowledges the complexities of North Korean politics and the numerous elements that may affect future leadership decisions. The ruler's leadership style, personal preferences, and the dynamics of the governing elite are all important factors that may influence the succession process. Moreover, the North Korean regime's tendency for secrecy and opacity makes accurately predicting future developments more difficult. The beloved daughter's gender also plays an important part in North Korean politics. Although North Korea is a male-dominated country with a great emphasis on the Kim family's male bloodline, the prospect of a female leader is a considerable change from the convention. If the beloved daughter eventually takes over leadership, it would be a historic move in North Korean politics, challenging existing views of leadership succession in the country. Because there is no official statement supporting that Ju-ai will succeed her father, some people suspect that she might be attending public events to create propaganda. Center of attention and propaganda. The beloved daughter's involvement in North Korean propaganda is critical to establishing the regime's legitimacy and maintaining the Kim family's personality cult. As a member of the reigning dynasty, her image is carefully nurtured and used to elicit feelings of devotion, admiration, and veneration from the people. In North Korea, propaganda is essential for molding popular perceptions and preserving political control. The dictatorship uses a variety of outlets, including state-controlled media, public demonstrations, and cultural events, to spread its ideological message and maintain the Kim family's power. The potential successor's participation in propaganda materials helps to humanize the leadership by portraying them as caring and familial, rather than just powerful characters. Her involvement in propaganda also serves primarily to convey a sense of continuity and stability within the administration by displaying her beside her father, Kim Jong-un, and other Kim family members. The dictatorship reinforces the narrative of dynastic succession and sustains the concept of divine right to rule. As done in the olden days, the country inhabitants theorized that the young girl might end up subjected to an arranged marriage so that ties can be strengthened with desired parties. Arranged the future leader's marriage? Ju Ai's future marriage possibilities, as the daughter of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, are the subject of both internal and international speculation and scrutiny. Marriage is both a personal and political concern in North Korean society, particularly among members of the governing elite. The beloved daughter's future marriage will probably be meticulously planned to fulfill the regime's goals, with factors ranging from diplomatic connections to the preservation of the Kim family lineage. One possible facet of Ju Ai's future marriage prospects is diplomatic considerations. Given North Korea's geopolitical isolation and difficult relations with many countries, her marriage could help to forge or strengthen diplomatic relationships with international powers. A marriage alliance with a significant political figure from another country might potentially open up channels of communication and collaboration, giving North Korea a strategic edge in international affairs. Furthermore, her marriage could serve to strengthen relationships among North Korea's ruling elite. Marrying into another powerful family or uniting with major political factions might enhance Kim Jong-un's hold on power and keep the country stable in the face of potential threats or succession issues. Marriage alliances are critical in North Korea's dynastic system for consolidating power and keeping the ruling class together. In addition, marriage prospects may be influenced by concerns about preserving the Kim family lineage. As a member of the governing dynasty, her marriage would likely be scrutinized for its ability to produce offspring capable of carrying on the family's leadership tradition. Ensuring the succession of a new generation of Kim family members is critical to the regime's stability and survival, as it sustains the narrative of dynastic leadership and maintains the Kim family's personality cult. Nonetheless, her search for a good partner will likely be complicated. The regime must weigh political expediency against personal compatibility and the possibility of familial unity. Moreover, the secrecy surrounding North Korean politics means that information about potential suitors and marriage plans is highly guarded and sheltered from public scrutiny and external observation. 2 months prior, a senior general knelt and whispered to her when she clapped while watching a military parade at a VIP observation stand in September. At some events in February, commemorating the 75th anniversary of the founding of the North Korean military, the child was seen in several pictures dining at a banquet with top military officials and sitting with her father as he smoked in a drawing room, before walking alongside him at the parade. Displays such as these have fueled intense speculation about Ju Ai's future since her first public appearance in November 2022, when she watched a long-range missile test launch with her father. North Korea's tightly controlled state media has also taken to referring to her as Mr. Kim's most beloved or respected child, the latter being a term used only for the country's most venerated individuals. Mr. Kim himself was only described as a respected comrade once his status as a future leader was confirmed. At the 75th anniversary parade, the official newspaper of the North Korean ruling party, the Rodong Sinmun, described Ju Ai as the center of attention alongside her father. Following the successful launch of North Korea's first spy satellite on 21st November, she was referred to as General Morning Star in state media. The title was initially bestowed upon her great-grandfather, Kim Il-sung, the founder of the North Korean regime, and was also used for her father after reaching adulthood. Aside from such praise, she is the first of Mr. Kim's children to be photographed in public with her father, as state media had previously avoided even revealing the identity of members of the leader's immediate family. Neither Mr. Kim nor his father, Kim Jong-il, were mentioned in state media until they were adults. The girl no longer wears the ponytail she was initially seen with, and instead sports a half-tie hairstyle like her mother Ri Sol-ju and a leather jacket, an item of clothing Mr. Kim also regularly favors. Mr. Kim is believed to have 3 children, including a son age 13 and another child age 6, about whom very little is known, including their gender. The only other named contender to succeed Mr. Kim is his firebrand sister Kim Yo-jong, rumored to be his de facto second-in-command. Before her first public appearance in November 2022, the only confirmation of her existence had come from former American basketball player Dennis Rodman, who spent time with Mr. Kim's family during his controversial visit to North Korea in 2013, during which he called the dictator a friend for life. South Korea's main spy agency, the National Intelligence Service, has said it sees Ju-ai as her father's likely successor, citing a comprehensive analysis of her public activities and the state protocols provided to her. The spy agency told the Associated Press that it still considers all possibilities regarding the North's power succession process because Mr. Kim is still young, has no major health issues, and has at least one other child. Do Hyogn Cha, an analyst at Seoul's Asan Institute for Policy Studies, said that while the NIS currently sees a high possibility of Kim Ju-ai getting primed to become her father's successor, few can predict whether she would eventually become the North's next leader. Chung Song-chang, an analyst at the private Sejong Institute in South Korea, said that Kim Jong-un likely believes his daughter has the capacity and resolve to succeed him as leader. South Korea's unification minister Kim Young-ho said that the continuous emphasis on Kim Ju-ai suggested the country was hastening to showcase succession intentions amid difficult internal circumstances. Information about North Korea is notoriously sparse due to high levels of secrecy preventing information from getting into and out of the country. Kim Jong-un is married to comrade Ri Sol-ju, according to state media. The NIS has reported that Kim has 2 other children, with his eldest child being a boy. Kim Ju-ai's name was revealed in 2013 by U.S. basketballer Dennis Rodman, who claims to be Kim Jong-un's friend and visited North Korea several times up until 2017. According to retired NIS official Choi Soo-young, he heard that Kim introduced his daughter to Rodman during his visit to North Korea, saying in Korean that Ju-ai, which means that girl, is his daughter. Rodman seemed to have misunderstood the Korean word Ju-ai as her name. There have been rumors that the North Korean ruler is battling with some health issues. Some people think this might be why he is acclimatizing his suspected successor to state responsibilities at such an early age. Kim Jong-un's health. North Korea's dictator, Kim Jong-un, is reported to be living quite an unhealthy lifestyle, as he spends most of his time drinking fine spirits and wines. The supreme leader, who turned 39 this week, has been away from the public glare for a long time, fanning speculation about his serious health problems. Kim Jong-un is purportedly suffering from a midlife crisis and is deeply concerned about his health, the Mirror reported. A Seoul-based North Korean academic, Dr. Choi Jin-wook, said, "The leader is facing fresh anxieties over his health and safety as he nears 40. He said he heard he cries after drinking a lot, as he is very lonely and under pressure. The North Korean dictator has been told by his doctors and wife to cut back and exercise more frequently. However, he is ignoring these pleas. It is reported that Kim is so concerned about news of his ill health leaking out that he travels with his toilet on rare trips abroad to prevent spies from scouring his poo for clues," reported Mirror. Kim Jong-un, who is known for keeping his private life under wraps, was seen holding his daughter's hands in her first public appearance last year. Pictures shared by the state agency showed his daughter standing next to the leader in a white puffer jacket, holding Kim's hand, as they looked at military hardware. However, the state media did not name the girl, who appeared to accompany Kim as he oversaw a test firing of a missile last year, said KCNA. It might also interest you to learn about Kim Jong-un's aunt, who has been living in the U.S. since 1998. Kim Jong-un's aunt. A 60-year-old Korean woman who is an immigrant has a soft perm and conservative clothes. She's taking a weekend off from pressing shirts and hemming pants at the dry cleaning business she runs with her husband. But she's not just any immigrant. She's an aunt to Kim Jong-un, the young North Korean leader who has threatened to wipe out New York with a hydrogen bomb. For the past 18 years, since defecting from North Korea into the waiting arms of the CIA, she has been living an anonymous life in the United States, with her husband and 3 children. My friends here tell me I'm so lucky that I have everything. Ko Young-suk, as she was known when she was part of North Korea's royal family, told the Washington Post on a recent weekend. She proceeded to say her kids went to great schools and they're successful, and she has her husband who can fix anything. There's nothing they can envy. Her husband, previously known as Ri Gang, chimes in with laughter, saying he thinks they have achieved the American dream. Breaking their silence in the United States, Ko and Ri spent almost 20 hours talking to 2 Washington Post reporters in New York City, and then at their home, several hours drive away. They were nervous about emerging from their anonymity. After all, there are Americans who analyze North Korea for a living and do not even know that the couple is here. They asked the Post not to publish the names they use in the United States or to reveal where they live, mainly to protect their grown children who live normal professional lives. Thank you for watching. Kindly like and subscribe for more thrilling videos.